Hi, I'm Jo, and I am going to do my Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon update. I should have said in my first video, my TBR video, that I didn't choose my books off of my bookshelf. I have a pile of books down here on the floor, and so mine was more like a read the books off of your floor-a-thon. I don't know why there are these books on my floor. Sometimes I go through my bookshelves and I pick up all these books and they end up in a pile underneath my desk. So as I had mentioned in my TBR video, I wanted to finish this book, which I did, and I still really do not know what I read. This is As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner, and it's about a family dealing with the death of the mother of the family. And they pull her around in a wooden box for like 8 days in the summer in the South, and it smells really bad. It was interesting, I'll tell you that. Then I read O Pioneers by Willa Cather with Yamini from The Skeptical Reader. I did a book review on this, so I will link to that down below, and I love this book. And it is a very quick read. It's not that long. It's less than 200 pages, and you need to read it. It's just a wonderful book. Then I read Jhumpa Lahiri's Unaccustomed Earth. This is a collection of short stories, and the main character in all of these stories are first generation Indian American. So the main characters in these stories have like 1 foot back in India and another foot in the United States, and they are trying to like bridge the gap between the two worlds for themselves, trying to fit into their parents' world and their parents' ideas that they have of the life that they should live, which have Indian traditions, and also fitting in American culture. And it was interesting. It's a lot of short stories. A couple of them, I wish that they were longer. So this was an interesting read. I finally read Jhumpa Lahiri, and I enjoyed it. Then I read Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. I had to read this for my book club, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get through it because I get really emotional about World War II. I'm fascinated by it. This is about a bomber in the Army Air Force in World War II. The Army Air Force was before the actual Air Force. It was a branch of the Army, and this is what my pap did in the war. So I was equal parts fascinated and amazed, and also just a bottle of nerves. I mean, it was intense. It was intense. It was a fantastic read, though. I'm glad I did read it. And if you want to find out more about World War II, here is a great account. And then there's also the movie. Of course, I recommend reading the book before seeing the movie. I heard also that the movie ends right when he comes home from war, and there is a lot of book after he came home from war. I mean, the stuff that he went through, you don't just come home from war and it's a happy ending. Even if you had a easy time of it in a war, even today, you don't fight in a war and go through that stuff and see that stuff and worry about that stuff and be in that situation and then just come home and completely forget about it. It's not like, oh, they're home, happy ending, life goes on like that never happened. It's not like that at all. That's not real life. Anyway, that, like, I could go on and on and on about that issue forever and the lack of services for our veterans when they come home. But I'm not going to. Fabulous book, intense, great read, and it is actually not as long as it appears because there are a ton of acknowledgments and footnotes, like all of this part. Acknowledgments and footnotes. So then my last book in my TBR for the Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon was About a Boy by Nick Hornby, and I didn't get to this, unfortunately. So I did pretty good. I did 4 books out of 5. I'm happy with that. And I look forward to participating in this readathon again. Hopefully next time I won't have a big stack of books on my floor and I can just choose a spot on my bookshelf and read from there. If you have read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them down below. And if you have a Read Your Bookshelf-a-thon update, wrap up, let me know so I can check out your video. And I will talk to you later. Bye.